What's going on, people? Welcome to the Flexing KG show.
Let's go, let's go.
Yes. Big up. You lot know what time it is. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. If you lot are new, if you want to join the membership, do all of that good stuff, you can do so. The link is in the description below, man. We got a lot to talk about. A lot's been happening this week. You know what I'm saying? A lot's happened in this past week, in the fallout to drawing Barcelona, in the fallout to going into that Europa League playoff, in the fallout of getting smashed 3-1 against Villa. But we got 2 more games, bro, before World Cup. Do you know what I'm saying? The chance to put things right.
To kind of wait 1 second before I'm going. I'm back. I just had to plug in my wire. I had to plug in my wire, fam. You should have been at the beginning, but it is what it is.
Exactly. You're a disgrace. You're a cheat.
I'm a disgrace.
You're an absolute disgrace. You're a cheat.
I say that too many places. But now let's get in. Damn. I almost lost my trailer of thought, but I'll be fine. Just a week ago, me and you were talking about 1 player away, and imagine a lot happens in a week, innit? Don't you think that's funny? I think to myself, a lot can happen in the space of in that last Flexing KG to where we are today. How quick does football move?
It moves fast. It moves fast. Yeah, 100%.
Incredibly quick, because now I get it. I see I'm seeing what people are saying.
What'd you get?
Nah, I don't. I get.
What'd you get?
I get where everyone else is coming from. I get what I'm saying.
What? So you was wrong?
I'm not wrong. I said I get where they're coming from.
So you're right.
Side. I get the other opinion, is what I was going to say.
Are you right then? So you're right.
I feel comfortable with where I am right now.
I feel very good with your position. You're happy?
Yeah, I feel very comfortable with my position. And I'll, in due course, if something happens where I have to change my opinion,
like a I don't know.
I like 2-0 to Aston Villa and a loss to Fulham.
We'd have to be 2 losses in a row to Aston Villa and then lose to Fulham. That's really,
that's crazy.
Horrible.
That's then we got problems. But
that's signing off to the World Cup in terrible style.
I hope we don't. But again, we got some real stuff to talk about. We do.
There was reports today about Ronaldo, right? And
reports.
Yeah, and exactly, and it's just reports, isn't it? It's from Florian Plattenberg. He is the Sky Sports correspondent out there in Germany. He's saying, right, that and take this with a pinch of salt, take this as you want, but this is just
I'm not taking it with a pinch of salt. I'm taking it as the salt, as the news. Go ahead.
You can't. No, you don't have to, because you don't have to believe it. I'm just saying to you, that's what's out there. This is just a topic. I'm not trying to push a narrative that this is what's going to happen. This is just what's out there.
Believe it. It's on Twitter. It's true. Go on.
You just want to believe it. You just
go on. I want to believe it. But go on. Let me listen. Elon.
He says Man United expect Cristiano Ronaldo will leave the club in January transfer window. The club have already begun searching for his successor to strengthen Erik ten Hag's squad and ensure tranquility, calmness, silence. Let's talk about that. What's your reaction to that? You already said you believe it already, but what's your reaction to
that? We got to deep this, and I had to do, you know me, when I need to get into serious thinking, I pulled that back.
You go to Tesco.
I'm back. Tesco needed me, and it's been a long time. I ain't been in there for a minute. You lot know that. But then there was a lot I needed to deep. So I was in the bakery section, the bakery aisle, and I was saying to myself, man, imagine a guy, walked off the pitch a few weeks ago. Done a madness. No, wait, hear it out. Hear me out, Flex.
All right, I'm listening.
Go through my thoughts. I'm just saying.
All right.
I had to go on a journey. Imagine that thing happening, and imagine a few weeks after, a couple games after, let's say you find him, he's training with the kids, and then after that, he's now playing. He's now your captain. Yeah. It's a strange journey. This is
within like 3 weeks. You're saying within a month. 3 weeks. The whole thing.
Yeah, This is
when did that happen? Spurs. When was that game? That was
Spurs.
October. It's mid-October. Within the last month. Yeah, within
early. Just imagine. So that's happened. Yeah, and I said to myself, "Oh, that's strange." Again, because I praised Ten Hag for the decision he made. How he dealt with Ronaldo very quickly, very swiftly. It was amazing, right? And then now you got a new situation that you find yourself in. Now you've had a big issue with this guy, and the game's not going your way. We have to look at the last game because that's what I'm looking at the last game.
Okay.
You got Aston Villa. The game is not really panning out well for Ronaldo. Yeah. But you've made him your captain. Yeah. And you also like, how is this going to look if you take off your captain at this point of the game?
Well, we said that during the match. Do you remember we were like,
yeah.
I actually said in that moment, I was like, boy, it's a bit peaky if Ronaldo's going to get taken off in a minute because I'm a bit nervous of what he's going to do because I just wasn't sure because the evidence before showed that something might happen if you take him off.
Thank you. And this is where that the situation is a shaky one because a manager should just be able to make an in-game tactical decision and not think about the ramifications. However, with every other player that comes off the pitch, it's just a tactical change. This is more than a tactical change whenever Ronaldo's name is mentioned. Why? Because of the situation that happened before. Now, that's not conducive to managing your team going forward after the World Cup. I don't care what there's no way anyone.
It's a long time to go.
It's a long way to think, oh man, I would hate to have that. I'm taking the player off and I think, bloody hell, I wonder what he thinks. I wonder if he's, and you can't manage like that. The job is already hard already. Now to add this extra element, and we know it's Ronaldo, one of the biggest names in football. As soon as he moves, if he coughs, anything he does, the media are watching. There's 11 cameras on him. There's the drone cam. There's enough cameras to say, let's watch it, even down to his conduct on the bench. If he's taken off, is there a handshake? Is there this? Is there?
Bro, even if he starts on the bench and like we score or something, they always just go to him. Let's just see what he's on. Let's see if he's clapping and smiling. If he's not, perfect.
We could have scored the best goal of the season, bro. It'll be on the players. The guy whoever is in the control tower, Ronaldo can. And this is the thing, like it or not, the job's already hard. We said how difficult it is. Faz was showing how difficult it was yesterday with his reaction to Barcelona, right? So we know that this is a big job, right? This is an unnecessary pressure the manager doesn't need. So what I would do if I'm Ten Hag, because this is only going to carry on. If he wins, let's say he wins the World Cup. You think he's coming back to sit on the bench? You think
Ronaldo won the World Cup? Jesus.
You think Ronaldo wants to be rotated at any point, especially when he knows the World Cup, whatever. Yeah, I'm not saying
you never know.
We don't know. But I'm saying that Ronaldo, after he leaves and goes on international duty, this guy plans to not be rotated ever again until he says calls time on his career. And the problem with that situation at Man United is because I blame the players as much as I blame Ronaldo. The players don't know the right moments to give the ball to Ronaldo or play with Ronaldo, or they're lacking in just maturity in themselves.
But you see that blame there, I was talking to an ex-pro about this.
Yes. Why?
You're a disgrace.
It's my wife. It's my wife.
No, you're not a disgrace. You're a cheat.
All right, cool. She should. If she double calls me, then we know it's an emergency. But
and you got to take it. That's fine.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? I spoke to an ex-pro about that specific thing. This is interesting because this is actually when he first come.
Yeah,
like when he first arrived there, and he was like, "Nah, I'm telling you, when you're on the ball, all they're going to do is try to look for him. It's not the same." And obviously he scored 18 goals. So I'm like, look at that, sit down. I ring him all the time saying, look, bro, rare, where are you now? Then obviously this has happened this year. And he's like, I
said it.
You have to say, all right, cool. But I do agree with that bit what you're saying. I don't even, because you said you kind of blame the players a little bit. I do see it as a thing where most players, even though you might say Ronaldo's on his way out and pretty much finished, or whatever you want to call it,
at this level. I'm just saying,
finish. He's finished at this level. We
have to build our play around him.
Yeah, but most players still, like you said there, won't have the minerals or the courage to kind of not, because he's still a great of the game, innit? Like the bits that we don't see, which, because obviously as fans we care about results, and Ronaldo's not producing on the pitch.
Yeah.
But the way he, looks after his body and what he's done in his career, when you train with him every day, them players in that moment, they won't rate that he walked off and all that. And in their private groups, I probably go, "Raw, man, I can't believe it." See what I mean? They're doing all that on the side, like on a side. But to man's face and in and around the training, they're still like he's could have shape he's in and all that. So they won't. You're right. So they won't when it's in the game. They're like, "Raw, I've got to look for man."
And the ethos to switch Flex, because you got to remember.
This is why he's got to go.
That's why he's got to go. The ethos again at Man United before, was many great players. We're here because we're all great, right?
Yeah.
But then as the years have changed and we've gone through the slumps, that ethos isn't there. Those players, a lot of those players have not won a thing. They don't know what lifting a trophy is like. Lifting a trophy is theory-based right now. It's like, raw, you look, this is what they used to do here. We haven't done that. The only one that can talk to that is Casemiro, who is a Real Madrid legend. Varane, again, Real Madrid legend, and De Gea can't even remember the last time. De Gea can't remember the last time he picked up a trophy. If we're
in that squad, where the Carabao, you got the Carabao.
We don't count that.
The Europa League was the last half decent trophy we won. That was it.
Yeah,
and that was in what 17?
Yeah.
I mean, and who was in that squad? That was only what Rashford was there. De Gea was there.
Rashford too young to even remember. De Gea didn't play most of that tournament.
Did you just say Rashford's too young to remember?
Too young to remember, fam. He just get into the thing, fam. I'm just not taking a piss. Not trying to.
No, I know what you mean. I know you. He's a different player now. It was a long time ago.
It's such a long time ago. He doesn't even look like that anymore. Like he doesn't even look like that player anymore.
Yeah, when you see the reruns of that season, it's like, Rashi look young.
So
he's just running off sheer adrenaline, so you might have forgot.
Youth and adrenaline. So it's not being a some.
Lindelof there?
Was
Lindelof because Bailly was injured. I swear. No, I don't think Lindelof was there. Lindelof came under Jose.
I just remember Marwan being involved in it. Mkhitaryan was there, bro.
Yeah, Mkhitaryan scored.
That's when you know it's mad. You know it's mad when you look back that far. It's been that long since Man United. So
only 5 years ago.
Let's be honest. We're not looking like a trophy silverware team. The only person that you can say is the guy that you have to acquiesce to is the man them in Ronaldo, who is a legend. Yeah, he's a legend in this club. You're gonna give if the ball comes to you, you're gonna give it to him. Because Ronaldo and the problem
he came that summer. Sorry, 17. He actually came in 17.
There you go. You're gonna give the ball to him because it's Ronaldo, and you've not done anything. It's like the people say Ronaldo's bigger than a club, and there was a little part of the walk away, and I know it was a long time ago. Well, not really a long time ago. It was this season, bro. A few weeks ago. Yeah. A lot of people are of this understanding that he's bigger than the club, and when you have a player that you think to yourself, when you want to make a tactical change, but you got to analyze how this is going to look, this ain't for you. Like, just going forward, this is not the way to manage a team with this much pressure. If I'm him, I'm saying, yo, as soon as possible, when that window opens, get him gone, because I want to be able to make any decision that I want to make, however I need to make it. And unfortunately, you never have the time to teach Ronaldo because he didn't come to preseason.
No, he can't. Yeah,
I would have Ronaldo would have done the first 10 press ups, and he would have called George Mendes and said, "Yo, get me out of here. This is not my level." You know what I mean?
Do you think so? When you're kind of, because I feel like you basically saying about Ten Hag, like, a month ago, this is the guy that walked off, and now you've actually made him captain. Like, it's a bit. Do you know what I mean? Like,
mad decision.
Yeah. So what? But I feel like, I just feel like Ten Hag is a victim. And I know people will say, like, he shouldn't be. Yeah, exactly. Of circumstance. He's walked into this situation where I don't care what anyone says, in my opinion, even though we know what the right thing to do is and we need to be ruthless and there's a next phase.
Yeah.
You're dealing with Ronaldo, in it. It's just not a normal situation. It's just how it is. You can argue that it shouldn't be like that. We're a team. All of that. Because Ten Hag acted when, he's walked off twice, whatever. Cool. I get it. But the fact of the matter is, it's Ronaldo, in it. We can sit here as fans and say, do this, do that. But there's just a way that things are done around him because he's not a normal person in the game.
But the problem is,
it's a team game. I agree. It shouldn't be like that. I'm not saying that
it was just Ronaldo.
It shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, on that point,
I
just want to jump in on that point that you're making. If it's just Ronaldo could score the goals by himself, and he won't be talking about he needs to be serviced. He needs everyone to pass the ball into him at the right time.
100%. It's a team game. 100%. It shouldn't be like that. I'm just saying what it is.
Okay, yeah,
this is what it is, yeah. Because I agree with you. It's a team game, and it shouldn't be all about this one guy, but it is, right? And I just think Ten Hag knows that he's trying to calm down the situation. So he's poured the cold water over the situation and gone one further and acted on it and done his best by finding him, not playing against Chelsea, which at that point was our biggest game of the season. You know what I'm saying? And you're not in it. And you can say what you want about Ronaldo, but you want someone like Ronaldo in and about it. You could say we're better off without him in that, but it's still Ronaldo not there for Chelsea away as a punishment, which is massive, yeah?
Yeah.
But then after that, I feel like he's trying to show, and I think rightly so, that we've moved on from it so much because it can't be a thing, because he needs to firefight and get to
it's gonna
January.
We said, let's say, okay, so let's play this game. Window closes, Ronaldo's still here. Yeah,
it's a problem. It's a big problem.
It's the same guy. Yeah, that put Maguire up top. Yeah. So tactically, he's gonna take risks that you'll say to you. It'll leave you scratching your head like, right, you did that. Yeah. At some point, Ronaldo, again, this guy's obsessed. That's the one thing they say about him. He's obsessed with winning. If he has to make a decision that can be negative for a player, he will make it. But now you've got to play. Ronaldo's always got to be the good scout.
But he didn't know. But here's the thing where I disagree, though, because you got to think of it this way. After the World Cup, bro, say the right deal doesn't come in for Ronaldo or whatever, and he has to stay. Don't think that Ten Hag will just play him because he has to. We've seen that already. Let's not get this twisted. Hold on, let's not get this twisted, though. My man's only been playing. Ronaldo's only been playing because the man ain't been there. Anthony's been out. Sancho's been ill, and Martial, we know what's happening. Martial ain't going World Cup, and he's just come back now. Touch everything, not goalposts, but touch everything.
Actually, you don't touch nothing.
I'm not. All right, you lot all touch everything. Not me. Everyone but me touch everything. That he can come through against Villa on Thursday, and then come through Fulham on the weekend, because I'm sure he'll start. And then he gets the whole World Cup off, chilling, working on his fitness. We've got friendlies in Spain.
Martial or Ronaldo?
Martial.
Where's Ronaldo in this? Where is he on the bench?
Bro, this is what I'm saying. Bro, he's not playing. This is what I'm saying. Like,
are you saying to me? Am I just? I just want to make sure we're in the same.
He ain't playing against.
Ronaldo's not playing versus Aston Villa on Thursday. That's what you're saying. And you're saying
he might only because it's Carabao Cup and he don't want to make Martial play 90 minutes, then play 90 minutes against Fulham. He's just come.
And the next game, Fulham.
He ain't playing against Fulham.
Wow.
Because I'll tell you why. In my opinion, because I think Martial, if everything goes to plan, I don't want to jinx it, but if Martial comes through 45 minutes, 50 minutes, gets taken off, or starts on the bench and plays 25 minutes against Villa, then all right, Ronaldo will have to play a bit of it or maybe all of it. But Martial should be in a position to start and play 90 minutes or most of a game against Fulham on the weekend, with Rashford going back to the left.
He
needs to, because we're in big trouble without him.
Right.
I just don't know if he can play there, though. There's a reason why Eric Ten Hag can't put Martial, but can't put Rashford back there again. He's non-existent. And also a bit of news earlier was the doctor from Brazil, who was talking about Anthony's injury. He said he had a slight problem with his hip flexor, and he says that we have time to work with him. He's in recovery process. We have time to work with him before he joins up with us, because obviously Anthony made
so he's not playing. Squad. He's not playing,
but he's not exactly, because he wasn't in training again today, so he's not going to play again on Thursday. So there's still a problem on the right hand side, and also Sancho wasn't.
Did you do what I did? You looked at the celebration and thought, hey, he looks like he can play.
What do you mean?
The celebration with the family, Anthony.
Yeah, what? And thought what?
Did you watch the video and think, looks like he could?
No, I didn't think that. No, it's just you. Just you. Only just you and you only.
They done the family spin, and I was like, right, looks fit still.
Bro, it's just a little hug jumping. It's not running. It's not. You're one of them guys, isn't it? Right, but I saw him out down like thing at an event. Like, he's not injured.
Nah, I'm hopeful. Bro, hopeful, bro. I was analyzing the video like I was what do you call it, on Monday Night Football with Carragher and it's there.
Look at the way when he sees his name read out, he jumps up just there. Looks fit to me. Looks fit. You're a mad guy, you know.
Hey, you know Gary Neville will break down that footage as well. He has to run it back. I wish I could do the Gary Neville voice, bro.
The Gary Neville voice is a mad
What's
one.
Gary Neville? Wait, what's Gary Neville?
I don't know. I ain't got.
What's he doing, bro?
I ain't got a Gary in the locker. I ain't got a Gary in the locker.
Yeah, Gary Neville. It's there.
Yeah. I ain't got.
Oh yeah, sorry. Sorry, not to detract. So anyway, you're saying that the doctor's come out. He said his piece. He's saying, boom, there's no chance. Basically, he's out. We're not going to see him for We're not going to see him Fulham then.
No. So that's what I was going to say. 1 second. Sorry. What was I going to say? Yeah. So what I'm saying is, so the only way we might see him against Fulham is like because Anthony's not there and Sancho's still not fit yet. Like that gives us a big problem. It does. But Bruno's back. I still think you'd rather put Bruno out on the right. Do you know what I mean? Bruno's back for even Thursday. Bruno's there for Thursday. What I'm saying is, well, or put Elanga there then. Put Elanga there then maybe. But you can't play Rashford on the right. Garnacho, I also think this Ten Hag is not just gonna just keep throwing him in. Like he won't just keep doing it. Like he won't. He'll take him out.
Then you're saying that
there's only 2 games left, but I don't think
there's a high possibility that we might not see Ronaldo like 90. We won't see 90 minutes of Ronaldo again.
We might see 90 minutes of Ronaldo against Aston Villa. We might, I think, because Martial can't do 90 minutes yet. Do you know what I mean? Up front. So I think he might just bring him in and then put him on the wing when he comes and just give him some minutes.
You gotta get him.
No.
Listen,
but Ten Hag needs to win that game, bro. People are saying it's EFL Cup, they don't really care, rotate the man. Bro, I want to slap Villa up after what happened the other day. And 2, I know it's Carabao Cup, but bro, there's only 2 games left before the thing. We're off for ages. Just play.
You want to go off?
I just want to win. Yeah, I just want to because the team. But the problem is, and I do agree with this, the team is looking very tired now. The last few games, and that's rightly so. I think it has caught up with us. I think we've played a hell of a lot of games, and towards the back end of this October, where we really put some big performances up, I think it's now starting to catch up with us. And I think that, but on top of that, Ten Hag hasn't really rotated it as much because the games were of such importance, and he knows what his kind of starting team is. He's had to keep playing them. So where he could bring in the fresh legs, yeah. So say where you could have rested a Shaw or you could have rested a Casemiro or Ericsson or whatever, he's like, I can't afford to rest these guys. Too valuable. I can't. I can't. I'm not bringing in McTominay. I'm not bringing in Fred yet. Like, I'm not bringing in Donny.
I think his last 2 decisions, I wouldn't have made Ronaldo captain. I think I think he was trying to send another message that everything's fine here and it's fixed. But
yes,
the one thing I can say with the manager is, while it's fixed for now, it doesn't mean it's fixed forever with Ronaldo.
Is he trying to do that? Is he trying to say it's fixed forever?
Unless you can promise Ronaldo a guaranteed starter and you play all the games, unless I need you to give you a rest. If it's that, then we're fine here.
I don't think he's trying to do that.
No,
I don't think Ten Hag is trying to show Ronaldo that it's fine. I think he's had a really honest conversation with Ronaldo, even post January, to the point where he goes, listen, if you stay past January, yeah, it's good. You're getting the same treatment that you got when every man was fit before. Like he's already shown us.
If that's okay. If that's
already shown it.
But then this is the thing. This is where I'll be rocking with you. But then little things have happened. So now I again cast my mind back or harken back, as they say. Yeah. To the moment that Ronaldo still ignores Gary Neville. Now that's a significant moment. No, it's significant because all Gary Neville did was tell the truth. No, all Gary Neville done was tell the truth. Again, 100%. If you've done something that's wrong and Gary
called it out
on what you did wrong, but you hold him to blame for what
now
you
don't
did wrong.
It's pathetic.
Now you don't talk to him, which now says to me, well, this thing, how you've looked at this situation is, how dare you be alongside with everyone else's thoughts about me? Yeah. So I'm still you're still, let's say I've taken full accountability. I'm not angry at Gary Neville because it was my fault. However, the difference is he hasn't taken that route. He's taken a completely different route. I'm not talking, I'm going to go greet all these legends, all these other men, even though me and you share the dressing room, I'm not talking to you because how dare you call me out on my
what's
truth.
that? But what are you saying that says about what?
Now that
what are you
says to
linking
me
it to?
that I'm not officially sorry, because if I was sorry, I just hug man up and say, you know, everything's cool. I mean, keep it moving. Which means if I get mistreated again or feel a level,
we know that he's not sorry though. We know he's not sorry.
But if I feel disrespected again, and that will come because when the manager's under pressure, he's not thinking, how do I not make this player feel disrespected? A manager has to look out for self. So there's going to be games that come ahead where you got to take him off, and we're going to see what happens. That moment can easily happen again. Now,
I don't think Ten Hag's scared to take him off again. I think he's just in that moment because he was the captain. I don't think he makes him captain ever again.
No, but we need to trust each other. This is what I'm saying. There needs to be a moment that between the manager and the player. So I'm going to take you off, and your reaction has to be the right reaction, because the dressing room, not saying the dressing room is lost or anything like that, but people are going to read into any actions that happen with you on the bench. That's a fact.
But these are the things that aren't his concern. I think the black and white thing about this shit, I actually think we're making the Ronaldo thing a bit too complex, you know. And I get why. Because it's a complex situation, because it's Ronaldo, But I think Eric Ten Hag sees this really simple, and I think actually it's probably the right way. I think he thinks this, I've already set my stall out as to what your squad position is in this team, You're a squad player. The only reason you've been getting a bly, you're a squad player. Like, let's just.
And have I accepted that? That's the question.
Of course you haven't. You can't, but you can't go nowhere. I'm saying transfer window shut in August, or end of August, 31st,
I refuse to be a squad player. Even though this window's closed, I refuse to be a squad player. Mate.
He won't do that. He'll be pissed off and stuff like that. But if there's a game where he has to start, he's still going to start. He's just going to play shit every time he plays.
No, I'll play, but I refuse. I'm letting you know. My name is CR7. Cristiano Ronaldo.
You can say that. But you've been a squad player. But you're saying you refuse. But what have you been?
What do you mean?
What are you refusing when you've been a squad? That's what you've been this year. You ain't been automatic starter.
What are you talking about?
One game. So
you made me captain. I didn't.
Have you been captain since?
Is this how you're talking to me?
It is.
I'm just.
Have you been captain since?
I'm just going to call Piers quickly and Roy.
Yeah, call him. Call him.
Bro.
Get him on here as well, bro. Get all your little minions, because at the end of the day, this is Manchester United, bro. And and you know what? I'm Team Ten Hag. And the reason why I'm Team Ten Hag, is because at the end of the day, this guy has the plan, bro. Nah, this guy has the plan. And it doesn't matter. I'm saying it. No, listen. I'm not saying there's not going to be an issue if Ronaldo has to stay past January. But what I'm saying is it just will be what it is. We'll just have to scrimp and scramp and get there until the summer. Because one thing Eric Ten Hag's not going to do, he ain't just going to go and spend big peas on a striker that is not the right one just for a stopgap. And another thing, what you said as well, what we've always said is that, and he says it's got to be the right player, bro. So if he has to, so if in this first season where he's got a lot of variables to deal with, he's got the David De Gea situation. You might want to save his feet, whatever. That's not the biggest problem to me.
I think that's more.
But people say that's a thing.
That's a fan situation. That's a fan
situation. You've got the situation where there's only one proper right back, and Dallow's getting run down.
That's him situation. You can tell that he's tired.
Yeah, that's a big situation.
That's a big situation.
A big situation. Obviously, we know for a fact. Then obviously the Ronaldo situation, conundrum, striker thing. Exactly. But it's not something, we're like you always say in January, bro, we ain't getting anyone.
No.
We ain't getting anyone.
Wait, hold on.
We ain't getting no one.
I have to change the tune. And this is where
you think we're getting someone. They already gave us the vibes, bro. They already said the words. They said we're ahead of schedule.
No, he said,
we had such a good summer, man. We spent so much peas in it. Don't let the Glazeronomics fool you, bro. You know, we spent so much peas in the summer. Imagine how we're ahead of schedule. We're like ahead of schedule. You're taking a piss.
We're not ahead of schedule.
That's what they said. That's what they said. That's the words.
Because they have to understand again. And this is why
Ronaldo understand nothing.
Ronaldo has to go for the greater good. He has to go for the greater good. So I'm just saying, if a club comes in, because now we're light, and the Glazers have to respond. They have to respond to this, because he's saying, my man said, after these 2 games, we're looking at renewing contracts, and we're going to look at everything from recruitment to every part. He said he's focused on getting our team, our squad to this moment. Now, this is a manager he's a winning manager. This is a manager that wants to do well. He's looked at the Barcelona fixture. He says, well, my team needs to be in tip-top shape for that game. Yeah, and at the moment, there's a lot to be desired from us in attacking in attacking way we play. We're not playing my philosophy all the way. He has to go to the board and say, I need a striker. He has to say that because, bro, when you put a key moment is if you have to put Harry Maguire up front to try and get you a goal, something is wrong with this big club. And I get Steve Bruce and that man used to do it back in the day, but where we are now,
who do we have though? Who was on the bench?
Exactly. So
yeah, because we can't fix that right now.
Don't tell me we're ahead of schedule. No, because there's still.
Oh yeah, we're not ahead of schedule. Of course, they're lying.
There you go. So there's good players available. I understand it. I understand it's hard to do deals in January, and there's good players.
Who can we get in January, bro?
I don't know who they are. I don't know who they are, but I'm just saying. I never knew about Malacia. I didn't know about Malacia.
Yeah. You're just saying, just try and unearth a gem, go get someone.
You have to find something.
January. It's really hard, isn't it, man? It is hard. Listen, you see me, yeah. I'm willing. I don't. Yeah, no, 100%. I'm not saying the money. I'm not saying about the Glazonomics thing is the money being there. I ain't listening to that about the funds not being available. Yeah. I'm talking about the right player being available. If Ten Hag, as long as it's Ten Hag's decision, if Ten Hag's choice of striker, even if there was one that he think he could get in January but he couldn't, if the player that he wants and thinks can help us for the long run is not available in January, I'd rather us just get through. Even if, and this is I'm going to say something really crazy.
Say it, bro.
Even if it meant Ronaldo left and we didn't get no one, that would leave us worse off because at least there's a body there. But here, hold on, let me land. But the thing is, if he leaves, he's got to leave sometime. And if the right thing comes about where he can leave and we can just have, can I call it a harmonious dressing room? Is he making it not harmonious? Is he making it not harmonious?
He's not bad. No, this is because I don't want to.
It's not. I don't want to go down that route because that's not. We don't know that. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. But what I am saying is that if I don't just want to just struggle with Ronaldo for no reason, if he badly wants out, like if he's really like fuck this, stop letting me stay here. Like I'm like cool, let him go. We'll struggle in it. At least we'll struggle together. We'll get through. Because to me, this season, I know we want to push for top 4. And we're in a great position to do that, even after what happened against Villa. We're where I expected us to be, around 5th and 4th. You know what I mean? We're in there. We're in that little mix there, innit?
Yeah.
I just want us to be a team again. Do you know what I mean? I want us to get to the end of the season. And if we finish 5th, we finish 5th. If we finish 4th, amazing. If we finish 6th, we finish 6th. But I want us to get to the summer and be like, right, all these types of players have bought in. They're harmonious in there. So now let's add. We can't just keep dealing with this Ronaldo situation. But I think Ten Hag doesn't mind it, though. I think if he thinks Ronaldo has to stay, I think nothing changes. I think it's as you were. I think he goes, still a squad player. If Martial, Rashford, and Anthony are fit, and add Sancho maybe getting some form, which doesn't look probable right now, but just add that in. That's 4 man, in a fluid front three. Ronaldo's not seeing minutes.
All right, so let me
won't play him.
Play this game with me right now. Facundo Pellistri saying that he wants out.
Hold on Facundo. Here's another bit of that was the news today.
Yeah, that's it.
Saying he's leaving in January.
He wants to leave in January. So at least what are you saying? A light 8 million, 10 million, 8 million, 2 million add-ons. Again, it's a young player that you can call him an international. He hasn't had his moment. Doesn't mean he hasn't got no value. Doesn't mean his values dropped totally out this. Like there has to be some money you recoup for a Facundo that is played some level of football. When you say even if my man
paid for us,
though my man hasn't paid for us, was Ghana didn't really play for us, but Ghana went for it was embarrassing how much he went for, but he went for some money again.
But that's because he had nearly 100 championship appearances and got promoted. Like he's done more than Facundo.
But Facundo's got to go. If he's an international, right? He's a Uruguayan international.
Yeah, that's all he does. He just goes to
as a Uruguayan international, I should be able to recoup
8 mil.
I like that. That's not bad. 8 mil in
8 mil.
On a kitty. Now, another thing, another talking point, and this is a nice little segue. The club's talking about bringing in Bellingham. Yeah, the club's talking about next season Bellingham this, Bellingham that. I'll tell the club right now. Listen, scrap the Bellingham plan.
150 euros.
Scrap the Bellingham plan. If you got 150 to spend on Bellingham, let me do you a lot of favor. Yeah, half of that money. Yeah. Half of those finances for next season, because you're going to buy Bellingham, a right back, next season. That's a lot of money. That's now
the striker. The striker has to be
exactly. So now,
and maybe even 2 9s. You know, maybe even two
9s. So that's an outlay of almost 300 million.
Yeah, it's more than last week.
It's more. I'm saying, you know what, guys? Instead of doing that, where I think that if you get us a striker, give me half of that Bellingham cash now, yeah, and let me spend something in January. You'll be playing Champions League football, because try and buy Bellingham outside of Champions League football is going to be very difficult. You're spending a lot of money, and Bellingham shouldn't be here right now. I get he's talented. 150, you look mad. Yeah, there's gems. Now you have to say to yourself, if you was willing to spend that level of money on that talent there, don't do it. Get me a striker right now. Get me somebody that in Jan that you can actually play Champions League football for next season. This is because
a lot of strikers we'd probably look at will be playing Champions League. They're not gonna. That's why I think it's too hard to get the right one. If we can get it,
not everyone's happy.
Yeah, that's fine. If everyone, like, I'm not saying it's impossible. I just think it's unlikely. In the summer, we're definitely getting a proper striker. Definitely. I think Man United, because that's where we're going to spend the most money on something big. Don't have to be 120 million or 100 million. I'm not saying that. Could be 70 million, could be 75, could be 55, 60. I don't know. But what I'm saying is that the striker situation, I can feel it around what they're doing, what they're saying. That's a summer thing. I think this is what Ten Hag's been tasked with. I think he's been tasked with, listen, Eric, we ain't spending big in the summer, innit? Like, if something pops up after Ronaldo leaves for a really cheap price that we just didn't really see coming, we'll look at it. But in terms of like someone like a Victor Osimhen who's doing bits in the Champions League with Napoli, top of the Serie A, they've already slapped 100 M's on him. Even if we want to try and prize him away, never going to do it in January. Never going to do it. If it was someone like Nkunku, I think he might have even signed the thing with Chelsea. I don't even know. Never. Yeah. Who else done the things going Leipzig? Benjamin Šeško. He's going Leipzig already. Like there's man there who's already been kind of. So even if like Jonathan David from Lille or whatever, you're just we're not gonna rock up these men halfway through.
What about Tammy? I'm just saying.
Man United don't want Tammy around.
I'm just saying again. Well, I don't know the level of, again, Man United under this new regime. I don't know what Man United want going forward, because before when we look back, the Bellingham signing shows me Man United of old. That's just saying, you know what, let's just bring in a Galactico and see what happens. Yeah, but I feel that the new Man United is different. I feel like this Man United is saying to themselves, you know what, let's get exactly what the manager, again, Anthony is assigning exactly what the manager needed. Now, the Casemiro one comes from nowhere, but the Malacia signing, exactly what the manager needed. Eriksen, while he's free, exactly what the manager needed. These are signings that
Martinez.
I think we would have, Martinez. We wanted to sign the guy, the Spanish, we wanted.
And Pau Torres.
We wanted to sign these other, those are the names that were linked to this club before. And all of a sudden, there's been a shift. We never would have signed Martinez if it weren't for Ten Hag. So now I believe that the list or the notebook.
That's what I mean. In summer, Ten Hag's going to get the profile of the what. I believe that. I don't think Man United waste money on the.
I believe that if the list has changed, there's a chance that I think there could be a high probability that there's someone on the list that we might not rate as much, but is available that you can pick up in Jan. If it's just going for, I'm just saying. Like
that's why you said yesterday, if he wants cheapo, give him Motin.
If he wants cheaper, give him Motin, fam. I'm just saying, again, we don't know. The one thing is, and we haven't had enough time with this manager to know him in and out. Like sometimes a manager, when you say, he'll do this, he won't do this, we're just kind of watching him as time goes and saying, hey, this guy's interesting. Like, and the Brian Brobby thing is the one for me where nobody wanted. I never forget when we're linked to him, the Man United fan base was like,
he's taking the piss now. It's too much Ajax, like,
get a Garlo.
Is that all you know? Is that all you know? Is that you can't just
That was the energy, right? The energy was like incredible. The only reason Robbie didn't end up at this club is because he felt like he's given his word to my man Megamind, fam. That's the only reason why he's not. That's the only reason why he's not here.
That's an X, fam.
He gave his, and the funny thing is, Robbie would have got in and played he would have been playing games for us. He'd been, especially with broken down Martial, he would be starting. He'd be starting. And it like, I really hope that this manager is given the tools that we gave to Oli. Give them to this manager I don't want to hear that we ain't got no money. Or do Liverpool, this is what Liverpool done. FSG is saying, look, we can't keep up. We're willing to sell. If you lot know
and that's
that
a club that's won everything, in the last 5 years, and they're still like,
exactly, if you
hand it over, now's the time.
Thank you. If you lot know that you're in the way or you're hindering this club having success, give the club to someone else for a profit, by the way, because you lot finance this club in the maddest way. Sell it. Now's the moment. If you know that January comes, because Newcastle will still be turning up. Newcastle next season, this is just a play season for Newcastle.
Exactly.
Next season, Newcastle, there's going to be signings that we want. Newcastle say we want them too. And imagine
especially if they get into the Champions League. Because they're coming with the real Wonga as well. The real minimum 250 contracts.
Original Saudi money, bro. They're in the Saudi kit. These men are playing in white and green. It's clear. Yeah? It's clear. Now, we can't afford to lose ground. So either you guys flash the cash. This is the moment. This January, I don't want to hear, this purse strings are tight. No, bro. This is Man United. Do you look?
I hate to burst your bubble, innit? I hate to burst your bubble.
I know you can burst my bubble. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you're basically asking for the Glazers to just act properly and act accordingly in this January. It's just not going to happen.
But you find
the same way you told me last year, and I know it's for different reasons.
I wanted to Ollie a penny, fam. Ollie's trained 40 years.
I know. No, but we had Ralph last January. So, but the same reason why.
Yeah. But they said you
said flex. We're not getting anyone.
I hear it.
Getting anyone.
Flex. It's different though, because remember when Ralph was there, I said to you, I said, don't let Ralph spend
because we don't know what the new man's going to be on. Yeah.
What did people say? The same people laughed at me. They said Ralph signed up Bruno to a long-term extension, and people were angry. They said, imagine people were looking for signings. Then
after Aston Villa, Bruno was trending. Oh, this is what we need him. Like, he's infectious.
People were angry. Those streets were like, they were rage. Why are you giving Bruno a new contract? And remember, that was because he said you shouldn't be making those decisions if you're not here for the long term. Now we have a long-term manager. This is why it's different.
A club decision.
Yeah. Now this is why it's different. You have a long-term manager, who is quality and is potentially put his team in the space to be successful. Now you can say the club is saying, we're ahead of schedule. Well, instead of just being reactive as we can be, let us be proactive in this moment and bring in a player now to get us ready for next season and going forward. It's silly to say, well,
I agree. I agree that a striker should come in. I agree that the best possible scenario for us to be in the best possible shape would be to invest in January. I 100% agree with you. I agree that if I could have a blank A4 piece of paper and I could write on it what I want to happen in January, I would write Ronaldo out, X striker in. Do you know what I mean? I would write Wan-Bissaka out, loan, whatever it is, just go. Right back X in.
I write Donny out. I'd write Donny out. Go on. If you want to make money, if you're not part of my plans, bro, Savage United, if you're not part of my plans, and it doesn't work for me, and you're not even third, fourth, you're not a choice right now for me. Yeah.
If you can replace him, if I'm all for anyone getting the thing. If
give it Iqbal. If he's gonna play like a ghost, just give it to Iqbal, fam. Give it to Charlie. Give it to Savage, bro. Let anyone
to Robbie Savage the other day.
Anyone can do. If those are the Donny van der Beek performances that we're gonna see.
He said that, he said. I saw Robbie. He was doing commentary for BT last in that game in Spain, and I was speaking to him in the press room, and he was like, I was like, "How's Charlie getting on, man?" Like, he goes, "Yeah, so he needs to get some games and stuff." He's like, but he didn't even talk about Charlie, but he talked about Zidane. He said, "Look at Zidane. He's not even getting any game time. Not getting any game time, Flex." I was like, "Yeah."
There you go.
He's like, boys need to play. I was like, that one. I was like, it sounds like
he's cutting. He's gonna Ghana the team.
So we'll see.
When the streets were mad about Ghana, the streets were. Everyone was saying it's a disgrace that the club sold Ghana.
He can't even get into it.
I want the team. I want you lot to understand. Ghana wanted to leave. Like, Garner put that deal. Garner made himself leave this club.
Because he knew. Look, these players. Look, what we do as fans, it happens all the time. We obviously look. It was 85 years and consistent like that. We've had a youth academy prospect
Incredible.
that's been on the bench in our first team. Unbelievable. So
incredible.
we're built off that, innit? Youth, courage, success. Like we're built off that. That's what Man United DNA is. You never win stuff with kids, etc., etc.
Yes.
But because we have that ethos, sometimes I feel like we let that put too much like hype and expectancy on some of these players that essentially may never have been good enough to break into the first team at Man United. Because we've been so poor, because we have, it's like, just play one of them. They're not going to be worse than that. Just put one of them in. Do you know what I mean? But like you said there, you see what I'm saying? Look at Chong. He was ripping it up in under 23s, bro. Man was running through everyone.
Rossi, remember him?
Giuseppe Rossi, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Wilson. Do you know what I mean? James Wilson was doing it. He was on the bed. That's how Rashford even got through, bro. He was killing it.
That midfielder that went to Cardiff? They spoke about him like he was the next big thing. Oh man, we always spoke about. Oh man, what's that kid? We bought him early. He was linked to us and Arsenal, and then he chose us, and his career just never moved. He never moved at all. They'll remember in the chat. Linked to.
Oh, that's gonna annoy me,
man. Young.
Who did he play for? Did he make it?
Oh, he didn't. He's never made it. His career didn't pan out to be anything incredible. It didn't pan out to be any. But he was linked to us and Arsenal. Chose us instead of Arsenal, and nothing happened.
How long ago?
Fergie era. He said it was a talent. It was a prospect. This kid turned out to be nothing. Midfielder. Oh man, that's so frustrating. They'll know in the chat.
It's not Darren Gibson. I can't think who.
No. Darren Gibson played.
It's not Darren Gibson. That's what I was going to say.
Oh man,
who's
went
that?
On a few loans. Oh man, just never.
Oh, you're annoying me. He went to Cardiff.
Oh man,
are you sure he went to Cardiff, or was this a team he played in blue? So you think it's Cardiff?
Oh gosh, that's pissing me off.
I need to know.
That's really annoying. Man United. It was a wonder kid. Chose us over Arsenal. Midfielder, centre midfielder. What do you call him? A box to box? Bloody hell, man. That's so frustrating. But I just never lived up to it. Never. And I'm gonna message you. I'm gonna text you back later.
Been training with Cardiff City. No, that weren't Dundee. It's not Dylan Levitt, because that was just recent.
No.
Cardiff City, Dave Hughes. I don't know who you mean. I bet it's not even Cardiff. I bet it's not.
It might not be Cardiff.
I just bet it's a team just in blue.
It's not a team that's in blue, bro. But that's Jesus.
Not Macheda. Obviously, he did bit. He's done a goal. It's like who? You're actually thinking of Sir Alex Ferguson times as well. Who do you mean? Not Chris Eagles.
Nah.
Luke Chadwick. No, he played a bit. You said Fergie times as well.
Fergie times.
Was it definitely Fergie times?
Fergie times.
It's turned into mad trivia, but because you're not reliable enough with trivia to produce the information.
White boy. It's a white boy. Oh man. Midfielder, box to box. And we hyped him up. And he again a lot.
So the fans actually hyped him up recently.
Yeah, we believed in him. Scored some goals from outside. Scored some goals from you could take them long the distance shots. There's a distance shooter.
Darren Gibson had a good strike on him. You sure it's not Darren Gibson? He went to Everton.
Darren played for us, bro. Darren played. He got his chance.
A few games.
He never got his chance for us. But don't worry about it.
That's annoying. I just want to know now.
That's so frustrating.
On new contracts, I need to talk to you about this because
go ahead.
Jack Talbot, who works with Times Sport, Mirror Sport, Guardian, bit of a freelancer, but he said that Luke Shaw wants a 5-year deal.
Hell no.
Official talks have not begun yet. Man United remain concerned about his injury record. Also, the development of Terrell Malacia could hamper starting place in the 11 under Eric Ten Hag.
Hell no.
5-year deal. I know like Luke Shaw's got his act back together. Wasn't great against Villa, but he got his act back together. What? We can't be giving him a 5-year deal.
It's got to go.
What? Not even just giving him like a 3-year deal or something like just.
No, I'm happy.
You wouldn't keep him now.
Is he? So does that mean he leaves for free if he doesn't?
Yeah, we got to make it. Yeah, bro, this summer's peak. We got a lot to sort out. David De Gea, him, Fred.
I'll give David De Gea a brand new
Rashford.
contract. David gets a new contract. Rashford gets a new. David gets a new contract on the. He said he'll take a pay cut. I'm happy to.
So you're giving 200 bags to the second keeper?
Who's the second keeper?
Well, if it's him.
David De Gea is the first keeper, bro. He's not.
Oh, you're saying we won't get another keeper?
Yeah, he's our keeper. That's the number one. It's sorted. David De Gea is the number one.
You don't think Erik ten Hag's going to try and invest in someone else?
No, I think it's a fan problem more than a us problem. I think the what do you call it? The managers looked at him. The manager spoke about him glowingly, unless he's lying. The manager said, "Listen, he didn't. No one when I've asked him to kick, he's done well." And he can be better. He's never been required to do this. That's why he looks like this. But to me, to how he talks about the player, it didn't sound like a player that he thought this is a big issue. This is a big issue for the fans because the fans have had many years of David De Gea not being the guy. But what you can say is there's no one that can look at David in terms of manager like Ten Hag and say, look, the guy is going to save you points a season. The guy's going to save you, what, 15? Yeah, probably 15 points a season on his own, just from a David De Gea masterclass. And we see that. So if you can teach him and coach him, he's still young in terms of goalkeepers, he'll do what you need to do. Now, a midfield and a good defense will make David De Gea look even more incredible. That's what he's focused on.
So David De Gea. But, yeah.
Rashford, Fred. Guaranteed new contract. Fred. What
do you think? What's making it so difficult for you to decide? Where are you at?
I'm trying to decide what I want to do. If it's because there's two people undeserving of a new contract between Shaw and Fred. But where am I going to get value, or where am I going to get something? Someone's got to win like there's one lucky prize, yeah. Like both of you shouldn't be hearing it, yeah. But I want to get some money. I want to get something, yeah.
Well, Luke Shaw's proved he's still got a level. He's still better than Malacia.
Luke Shaw can go Tenerife and just enjoy life and decadence and that, and just come back looking wild. Yeah, we know he's got that in him, and we know that again, unless he feels challenged, because if Malacia starts coming on and having howlers of game stinkers, Luke Shaw will return. There's no pressure.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
Yeah. He's done that since Malacia's come out of the team.
Yeah, I'm saying if when Malacia comes back in and Malacia's not playing good enough, Luke will just become Luke. The Luke that we all know and love. Well, we don't love it, but the Luke that we've seen in the past, yeah. Not unchallenged Luke can do a madness. When Telles was there first season, he loved it. Soon as Telles, then we saw Luke. I'm not here for that. Luke, no new contract. See you later, big man. It was nice. I loved. It's been interesting. Yeah, Fred. I'll give him another contract.
So you're giving Fred a new deal over Luke Shaw?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm only giving Fred a new contract because it shouldn't be an expensive one. It should be a light contract. It should be a rotation.
What do you mean a light contract, bro? It's got to be on more P's than he's on now.
No, it should be a rotational, as in you're not what's it when a player you're not crucial. You're not a crucial player.
Yeah, it's rotation, yeah.
Rotation.
He's still going to be on more P's. He's not going to be looking for more P's.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but he's not. How much is he on? Is he a high earner?
I don't know. He's got to be. Yeah, he's got to be over 100 and something, isn't it? Easy.
Get rid of him.
All the big players, like the big names, the older players, they're all on over 100. It's like work at Man United.
Get rid of him. He's got to go then, because you're not giving me 100. What you're giving me is not. Nah, get rid of him. Sorry. But get rid of him. I'm going to give his position to someone else. Who else there? Is there any more? I think bloody hell, I fixed Man United.
Who else is up for renewal? I think that's about it.
I fixed it.
Rashford, Fred, Luke Shaw, De Gea.
Yeah. So Luke's out, Fred's out, Rashford's in, De Gea's in. I fixed it.
Saw someone on Twitter today was saying like they just put a comp of Rashford just not doing good against Villa and was like, and people want to give him a new contract just to stink the place out and got a few goals every now and again and have another this for another 5 years.
No, I think
angry.
if you take your most effective player out of the side and move his position when he's looking for confidence, I think that's silly. I think
it's quick out because the conversation 2 weeks ago was is Rashford getting back to his best?
Yeah,
it literally was that, and it goes back to what you said right at the top of the show of how football can change really quickly.
and you got to be selfish. Some of these, and this is where you can give Ronaldo some level of credence, right? Just to bring it back full circle. Yeah, you have to be selfish because Rashford, again, he's gonna do the Rooney, where Rooney sacrificed himself for everybody else, and it hurt his career at times. You know, luckily, the one thing Rooney can say is, or at least I won titles in the time that I sacrificing myself for Rooney and who else, because I always moved position. But Rashford's got to now say, listen, I'm a left-hand sided player.
Yeah, he can't play on the right. He can't. He's just
don't move me. Honestly, don't play me here.
The maximum he can do, and that's not even proper, is go up front, cover, just to cover. But really, he's a left winger, man.
He's been the victim of everyone else not being fit. So imagine he's getting cussed out where Martial's played 30 minutes of football, bro. That's a disgrace. That like there's no way we can look at this and say it's okay. Martial has let the squad down this season.
Yeah, but he hasn't wanted to be injured.
I don't understand that. I know,
it's not his fault. It's not his fault.
I get it. It wasn't Louis Saha's fault, but he let us down when we needed him. When we could have called on you, and you just taking
injuries. One of them things. Yeah, you can say you're letting the team down because you're not there, but it's not a purposeful thing.
It's harsh. What I'm saying is harsh.
You got bad knees, or you got that. Come on, that's
what I'm saying is harsh. But at the core of it, of the truth of it, is you not being available. Let us down.
Of course, it hurts the team. Of course, it hurts the team.
And your name right now, we're not gonna. There's no one else playing because you're here, innit? Like if we had to go into the market, if you leave, we go into the market. We have to replace you. But you're here.
That person can stay fit as well.
That's it. We got to do good business. We got to bring in the right guys. You know what I mean?
All right. Listen, end of the show, big show. That just flew by. We spent a long time talking about that.
We're just chatting.
That was real podding. That was just getting into this real Man United bag. Like that's, you know what I mean? We're fans. We're not just two idiots who just, you know what I mean?
This is how we sound. No, but this is what our conversation will sound like if we just talk to each other on the phone. Like we're gonna have one of these, or when we're driving back from games, we just chat like this.
100%. Just about things. If you enjoyed it, smash a like. If you didn't, still smash a like and let us know what you think about the Ronaldo situation.
If you didn't,
crack it.
That's what we keep.
Just before we leave, just real quickly, because I've got to go. Yeah. Would you go on I'm a Celebrity? Get me out of it.
Hell no. There's
$1,000,000% just wouldn't do it.
Honestly, I promise
just to prove yourself, just to say to yourself, like, right, I did it or I tried. Do you know Baba Tunde? You must know him.
Yeah, I know Baba. Yeah, he's a cool friend of mine.
Would you not do it?
I'll never do it.
You would do it. What if the bags?
And Baba Tunde is gonna do nothing. Hey, listen.
Well, you should have seen me throw my remote. I was like, I know he's on the plank. He's scared, but he's not gonna let the man them down. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
Baba's gonna continue letting us do.
He might get voted out early because he just won't do nothing.
Doing a thing, fam. I'm telling you now, yeah. When they because I don't watch it, I can't watch the show.
Watch it. What are you scared of then? What things are you scared of in there?
I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, right.
Well, you can't watch it, so it's obviously snakes, crickets.
I can't watch it.
I know it's heights.
There's no money in this world.
What, you wouldn't even go on it? Like, even if you failed and had to come back, you wouldn't even.
Someone said $500,000. Would you do it? No.
Yeah, you're crazy. You're crazy,
bro.
Your wife will be making you go there.
$750,000. I'm not doing it.
Oh, shut up.
How much? Wait,
I do it for $1 million.
No. 2.5.
Nah, that's ridiculous. You can go in there for like 250K, 500.
You don't understand how deep you'll be so bro. If you saw me on I'm a Celebrity, you'll be so disappointed.
Yeah, it'd be compelling.
I won't even be able to come back. I won't even be able to come back to my job. I'll be like, "Hey, Flex, I'm ready to get back to work." No, breach your contract and being a dickhead.
I'd love you to go in there. I would be shook, but I'd go on there. There'd be bare things I wouldn't do.
Look what you know me. You know,
I'm scared of a lot of things as well.
No, but mine there is that show is riddled with all the things.
I'm scared of spider. Yeah, I agree. I don't like insect life. I'm scared of all of that. I'm scared of snake. I'm scared of it all. I'm scared of rats. I'm scared of all that. Lying in a box with things on my. I couldn't do it, but
I'd die.
I would love to try. I would love to mentally try and do it.
Actually die on that show. The fear.
You wouldn't.
Bro, I would die. I would die.
It's all in your mind, you know. You do know this. It's a made up thing in your head.
No, it's not. No, it's
Them
not.
things can't hurt you.
All right.
But it's in our head. It makes us think like,
hey, is that what you believe for real?
Yeah, I'm scared of the things, but I know why I'm scared of it. I'm scared of it because it's just a fear in my. I haven't processed that.
Because them things are dangerous. I'm not doing it.
All right, listen. If you want to see KG in I'm a Celebrity, I don't know how you do it, but just go spam I'm a Celebrity next year or something, and just try. And I don't know if there's
waste your time, your money. Ofcom. But no, I think just on we're going now, but. Don't you think it's incredible how I fixed Man United in terms of director of football?
You didn't fix anything.
I didn't fix anything. You didn't.
The show. You didn't fix anything. Anyway, guys, we're out of here. Take care.